Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back for part 2 of our video for top leveling bots for 2023. And of course, my good friend Tex has come back to join us.
I had to. The list was not complete, so I'm here.
Good to have you back. So we finished last time on 8th place, and we're back again to show our next 7 in top leveling bots. And again, we're getting into the top leveling bots now. You should be looking at and thinking, I need these bots. So in 7th place, we have Ironhide stroke bludgeon. So obviously, when we think about these bots and talk about these bots, it's obviously because of the warrior buff with the shield. They're almost invulnerable with a shield
Yeah,
now.
it's hard to kill them in our war, in our higher up zones, Mac bases, let alone what do you think they're going to do in HQ 16, 17? Like, just nothing's killing them. That's the great part.
Yeah, it's not about the DPS. Let's be honest, the DPS is not amazing. But when you've got that, invulnerability, it doesn't matter what they come up against. Even if they come up against a mind wipe, that's going to hack them for X amount of time, they're still
Yeah.
going to survive it. Yes, it'll take a bit longer to go through the base, but they're still going to survive it because of that incredible health that they've got. And obviously with the anti-stun as well, it doesn't matter if you come up against an Elita in an outpost or someone that can stun. They come up against a Chromia, which can be a problem in leveling sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not a problem for Ironhide. So bludgeon.
I just think in general, it doesn't matter which op or combiner you come across, it's not going to matter.
Even a Computron that hacks him, it can hack it.
Twin twist, doesn't matter.
True, true. So an all round really good leveling bot. And in 6th place we have Elita stroke Lugnut.
Mm. Bit of a standard one, I guess. I suppose when I say that, I think the ones that are remaining, they're the terms. Your standard power level partners. You're going to start to see like, yep, I use that, and yeah, whether it's a 4 or 5 star, she does the job.
Yeah, I think the original power leveler back in the day, when people really started power leveling, people used the likes of, Star Saber and Elita and Lugnut, aka Death Saurus, whatever, to sort of get through those bases and really sort of, reach the top ends of the bases. I think that around their sort of release date, we started seeing the time traps and things like
Yeah,
that. Before that, we didn't really see them. We just saw a base, so any sort of bot would be able to take out a base. But all of a sudden, these time traps came up and we're like, oh my god, these bots that would normally solo a base can't get up there. We need some
yeah,
bit of a distance. So we started seeing the likes of Elita. We started seeing the likes of Thesaurus. Then the game evolved where the HU had more health, it had more protection, more damage. Then we started seeing the Elita with the Golden Lagoon. I think Elita was one of the
yeah,
first 4 stars that I maxed out back in the day by doing that.
yeah.
By
I think I did the same.
yeah,
Yeah, a
because
goon on later.
everyone was running time traps because that was the new
Yeah,
meta. And we still sort of see it in lower bases, even top wars, even still now. So a very good bot. I think no matter what base you're up against, you can do great damage in an area, can reach the highest heights of a base, good health. With the G1 core or bot specific core as well, gives that invulnerability as well. So in 5th place we have Rhinox stroke Tarantulas. Yeah, so obviously we talked previously about rushing bots. A lot of rushing bots are very good, but again, you need that health with it. We need the damage with it as well, the range. I think I think could do a bit more range if he was to be like one of the top bots in this list. But I think 5th place is obviously I think it's about right for him really. Still a good bot. Still one of the first ones that I picked for Zen farming and power leveling. So still a really good bot.
yeah. I think as the most all round kind of bot in terms of generally having your core choice of the transmetal core, the different choices of combats to suit the tanky types. He just really does everything you need, right? And it's sort of more for me. It's a better version of Lop because it's that tank who can take a hit but can do massive damage with the rush because of the vines. So you're regaining health, damaging, reclaiming points, zipping around a base. Yeah. The only killer for him is the MSM, but again, it's in the 14s and 15 zones. You're not gonna come across it, and even if you do, you can outlast that because he has such great health.
In fourth place, we have the Jack of all trades, Skids stroke knockout. So as I said previously, is there anything this bot can't do?
Nope. Well, I you know what? I wouldn't put him on defense. It's probably the one
I've seen him on
spot
defense.
I have.
Anti-healing in
It's
an area.
yeah, but it's yeah.
But it's that lack of
I wouldn't
health.
I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put him.
I have done. I'm not gonna lie. I have done a few times just to try and catch people out. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a top outpost bot. But still, very good damage. Very good in an area. The G1 core with the healing, couple that with obviously Nightstick because everyone has Nightstick. But yeah, that healing, double healing, sets him apart. I think from all the gunners.
Yeah, it's a new class of gunners because of the acid. It's no other gunner is like preventing healing, right? Like it just allows you to do the job better. But the walls, the extra damage to outpost bots, it's insane what a gunner can do, and I like it. But then I get scared that sometimes when we help create these type of bots, that the knee jerk reactions that potentially come from SA and go, no, that's too good. That's too good. The players will like that too much, or you know what I mean. And but we're past that now, and yeah, still very very high up on many lists for many factors, as you said.
And in third place, we have Twin Twist stroke.
It never gets old.
But yeah, again, great bot on defense, great health, anti-stun, great damage. And for me, this is the new Cheetor. So back in the
Yes.
day, Cheetor, Golden Lagoon, I think that was actually the first 5-star I ever maxed out. Doing that,
Yeah.
doing the Cheetor Golden Lagoon. Come HQ 16, started to not be able to get through bases quick, started getting hacked through Mind Wipe, and started getting stunned on things, saw the likes of Chromium and stuff, and Twin Twist come along, I just think that's a direct replacement.
Well, it's not a replacement; it's an upgrade, right? Like it's not because it's not a like for like. It's a tremendously it's Cheetor meets a warrior, basically in a nutshell, right? Because that's what we're getting. We're getting the high damage with warrior health, all the warrior perks, and this is a bot. Literally, it doesn't matter where you drop him on the map. Drop him, hit the move, and just continuously hit fast forward. That's all you need to do, right? It sounds like the perfect partner to have, or solo, because yeah, it is. He does what he does.
Yeah, let's be honest that in terms of health versus DPS, there's a constant balance from SA, high HP, low DPS, high DPS, low HP. But if we combine the two, this guy was off the charts in terms of HP and DPS, and probably why he's so high up on the list. Then in second place, so it was kind of a joint first place, but I took the onus on making mine first, just because I can, because it's my channel. But in second place, we have Pipe Stroke Headstrong. So again, another bot. What can it not do? What is it not good at?
Speed. It's well, who he lost to. That's the difference why he's not in number one. But again, like it's the only difference from him and Ironhide is that acid. Basically, they're the same. They may as well be like brothers, right? Because they're exact same health, exact same range, and it's just electric versus acid. But because generally a lot more are using the pipes in war teams, we're seeing a lot more attempts to solo with pipes, zone 15, knock, it's that's where I was for a lot of the weekend. Honestly, just so easy. Before we would go into zone 15 with a combiner. Now with the rebalance, Pipes is just doing it by himself. Again, can't kill him. The key is just to quickly get to the HQ as quickly as possibly. Avoid time issues, right? I said that the low DPS factor from these type of warriors I got Bash Breaker. I'm pumping the DPS up of mine, so it doesn't matter if all 4 ops in a combiner are hitting him, as long as he's still hitting the HQ, and you just rush him into HQ. He's never dying. Just hold the fast forward button. I started to dabble into Zone 16, but just more force field cores, and I'm like, oh, in events, I don't want to have to think. I'll be honest. I just want to get my points, get my rewards, move on.
Number one, can you guess who it is, guys? So this bot, I think, is the quintessential leveler. I don't think
Is it
many
is
people will be
it
surprised.
is it a 5 star?
Exactly. That's even more the point. Is that this guy isn't even a 5 star in the game, although he begged for the 5 star. And that bot is Cup Stroke Dead End.
It feels like as soon as you turn the game on, even as a new player, you just know cups for leveling.
Yeah.
Right? It's just you're bouncing, you're teleporting. Like, of course, 2 bounces max. I'm at the end of the map.
But do you not think
How
it's
it?
crazy that at one time everyone didn't see any value in Cup at all? And all of a sudden, I don't know how it came about, but everyone just went, hang on a minute. It might have been when the birth of time traps came along. But as soon as it did, everyone was like, this is the bot. And then people were using that, and all of a sudden when Golden... I think Golden Lagoons were even out before this, and no one really thought about combining the two. Golden Lagoons are sort of seen as something to use in wars sometimes, or something like that, but they were very rarely used. And all of a sudden then they become super valuable, because once you compared with Cup, you're going in the top zone in events and just smashing points out.
Well, I mean, we talk about on the war side of things when we had 4 star bots that are competing with 5 stars, right? In terms of events here, I got a maxed 3 star cup. We're talking using a 3 star, but I don't use him now. But I mean, like back then when Cup was a character and all these other ones didn't exist, there was nothing wrong with Cup as a 3 star. Like our other video, let's talk about what's your loadout on Cup.
So I do use his G1 sometimes. If I am Lagooning in 16,
Mm-hmm.
then I would take Nightstick and Golden Lagoon. If I'm leveling in 15, I think that's a bit overkill. Then you can pretty much use any decent gunner with his G1 core and still put some decent points up.
Yeah, I think I was more trying to highlight, and it is that with the whole Top Shot fiasco, and now that because there just used to be the whole Cup and Top Shot, right?
Yes, yes, it
And
was.
it was about the range, right? Like sometimes Cup you would get near the HQ and would start to kind of shuffle around, blah blah. And sometimes it might require an extra teleport just to put him back. Insert Nightstick, that range is so much better. Again, canceling any potential healing while also healing. It's the best pairing. Cup and Nightstick. Yeah, you don't even need a core.
Yeah, obviously with Top Shot back in the day when Top Shot did the original damage and sort of cleared an area, it was very good for having like mines and sometimes buildbot cores around the HQ. You're hitting the HQ and they clear an area as well. But obviously with the big Top Shot nerf that happened last year, people are looking for another option for Cup. Better range, more singular damage to HQ. It did take a bit of getting used to, not being able to clear an area anymore, because Top Shot was immense at that, but still really viable, especially with the healing. So it was different using Cup with Nightstick rather than Top Shot. It was different than what we used to, but still really viable. Do you feel like because Cup struggles so much in Zone 16 now, with the amount of high HQ bases and different outpost spots, mines, whatever else, do you feel like it's a bit overkill for 14, Zone 14, Zone 15, and that's why we're not seeing them as much, maybe?
It's just the difficulty, right? Like it's
Because back when we used to do Golden Lagoon, maybe about 6 months ago, Cup was the only bot that could do Zone 15. The only bot. No one else could really manage it, not even Elita. But now with Zone 16, Cup can't really manage Zone 16 consistently. And so, yeah, you can use Cup to Zone 15, but you've got... the idea of using Cup is normally you would duoing. You drop Cup, you drop an XP bot as well, and then you would kill the HQ with Cup. But I find that because the difference between Zone 15 and Zone 16 is so large, the big disparity, is that there's so many bots that you can get XP with and solo with Zone 15 that you don't need to duo with Cup. But Zone 16, you struggle with Cup because it's so hard.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about a few of these where, or like not just this list or any bot, you throw the combiner as the added bonus, you can jump up a zone. 17, 18 HQ, it's a lot compared to 16 or it's the speed. Like, you don't want to ever go into an event battle and not win. There's nothing worse than like wasting 40 coins, a couple minutes to get zero outcome on a bot that is most likely already maxed. When 70 was opened, obviously cups straight to 70, right? I
Same.
lost
Same.
I lost 1.5 billion of XP out the window. I don't really care, but my point was, you obviously no one should really be needing to level up Cup. We don't use him. We don't use him in wars really anymore. Like, I mean, back doors are kind of a bit closed down now, but in terms of that, like, we just don't need the speed factor anymore, and because we don't require those leaderboard races.
True.
So what's the race? There's no race. It's not to say that Cup's not great at what he does. Just our demand is not there for Cup anymore. I suppose that's the easiest way to put it. Really, like in terms of you could try in Zone 16, but you would need to have the Lagoon core and a combiner. If I'm using a Lagoon core, I don't want to have to waste combiner ore at the same time. All right. So, and then you drop down to Zone 15, and you don't even need a Lagoon core on most of these bots. So again, save your resources. Why go and purchase golden lagoons? You don't need them. Don't waste your combiner ore, right? Like, be smart about all the things that are available. Like you say, don't need it, save it.
Well, there we are, guys. Top 15 list. So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with the list or not? Is there someone else you think should be in that list? Let us know in the comments. But again, big thank you to Tex for joining me. And look out, guys. I'm sure Tex will be back for some more great videos coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.
See you guys.